Hi, hello, it's editing Cheyenne. Please pardon my incredibly frizzy hair. I don't know why it looks like this. It's probably because I slept on it wet. That's most likely why. But hi, hello. I'm just popping in with a few little things to say before we begin this video. First off, this video has been ever so kindly sponsored by Squarespace. Thank you so much, Squarespace. And I also want to say that my video that's going to be going up next week is also sponsored by Squarespace. And 50% of the sponsorship funds from these two videos is going to be donated to organizations and funds that directly benefit Black trans women. In particular, I'm going to be donating to the Okra Project. And then I actually just found a thread on Twitter full of individual sort of GoFundMes and direct funds that help individual Black trans women, because I think that it's important to support not only the organizations that support individuals, but to support those individuals directly as well, because it's Pride Month, and all lives cannot matter until Black lives matter, and Black trans lives matter, and I need you to know that I love you so much, and I think you are radiant and wonderful and effervescent and incredible. And I love you so dearly. And I really hope that you enjoy this video. There's cake, there's funfetti cake, which is always a delight. And there's also some footage of me packing orders, because I saw some comments from folks that y'all like kind of like ASMR packing busy work footage. I mean, I do too, so we're in the same boat. But I hope that you enjoy this video, and I love you so much. Ooh, look at that transition. I love the little circle transitions. They feel so special for some reason. Okay, so I have frosted my cake. I cut out so much of me frosting this cake because frankly it was a bit of a nightmare. I had a little bit of a tantrum about it because I watch so many cake decorating videos and they make it look so easy to make a like perfectly smooth, even, beautiful frosted cake, like using buttercream or whatever. But for the life of me, I kept scraping off the icing to try and make it smooth, and then the cake was peeking through on the bottom, and so I just had to add a bunch of layers, and eventually I just had to be like, you know what, this is good enough, and I just had to put it away because, you know, I'm not selling this cake. This is just for practice, and I'm trying to remember that. I'm also very proud of myself that I was actually able to pipe this cake using one hand because my last cake decorating video, I was using both hands to hold that piping bag and I was shaking because I was so nervous, but I tried to act with a little bit more confidence this time, which felt really good. I have been, so I have found that sounded like a really evil laugh. I didn't mean for it to sound that way. I'm just so excited about cake decorating. I have found a new Instagram account called April Bakers London. And it's this woman who decorates cakes in London, and they are so like they're kind of similar to Benny cake and just kind of like this very ornate sort of decoration, but I find hers are definitely a little more sort of like, I don't know, like romantic. They're less like super bright saturated colors and like fun characters and rainbows and stuff, or like the type of stuff that Benny cake does. Her work is definitely a little bit more delicate, romantic, I don't know, but it's stunning. Like I look at her cakes and I'm just like, what what demon did you make a contract with to get your piping so pristine and your buttercream so smooth? She actually inspired me to make Swiss meringue buttercream for the first time, which is what this is. You can notice when I'm piping these little ribbons that I should have beaten my icing more, just because there's a lot of air bubbles, which makes these really kind of uneven and jagged in some areas. But again, that's something that I didn't know and I have since learned. But yeah, I made Swiss meringue buttercream for the first time, and I'm so proud that it turned out, because Swiss meringue buttercream is so finicky and is known for being a bit of a pain in the butt because it can curdle and separate and do all this stuff when you start adding the butter. But it worked for me, and it really truly does pipe like a dream, and it's so silky smooth. It's kind of astonishing. Just because if you've had like typical American buttercream, which is just powdered sugar and butter, and like maybe a little bit of milk or cream in there, it has, you know, a bit of like a gritty kind of grainy texture, very obviously very subtly. It's nothing that's going to like put you off the icing, but it has a texture to it, whereas Swiss meringue buttercream is so silky smooth and it just feels like you're eating a cloud. It's incredible. And it's also not as like kind of like teeth achingly sweet as American buttercream is, though I do love teeth achingly sweet buttercream, don't get me wrong. You can tell that the inspiration for this cake, if you go and look at April Bakers London's Instagram or website or whatever, you will be able to see that she's clearly what inspired this cake. This is definitely a little less this is a little less bright and fun than my other ones that I made. I also wanted to use this as an opportunity just to practice my piping, and it was, so that's why I didn't bother coloring the icing a bunch of different colors, because I was like, I can't be bothered. And I was like, you know, I'm just gonna keep it white and just practice doing my frosting and my piping, and I'm quite happy with it. Obviously, like, you know, it's not perfectly even, like my little swoops aren't all exactly the same and stuff, but practice makes perfect, and I'm still very, very happy with how this turned out. I'm also trying to get better at like frosting along frosting more directly on the edge of the top of the cake, as opposed to like on the top of the cake where the piping doesn't touch the edge. And so my frosting on the top is also a little bit crooked, but that's all right. Oh yeah, and then I went in and did these little things. I was trying to do just like little like star blobs, but then that didn't work with this thing, so I just ended up doing tiny little swirl rose things. I was just I was looking at all the different piping nozzles I had, and I was like, what can I do that's not like crazy complicated, but it'll give this a little bit more something. So that's what I did. I've been getting, I had a little bit of a break from baking, because as you know, shit kind of popped off earlier this month, and keeping up with things on Twitter and just like staying informed and staying active and everything is kind of made my... Oh my god, I did such a bad job piping these ribbons, by the way. They're so uneven, and they're just not good. They're so like squiggly, and the buttercream was acting in a way that I wasn't expecting, and so it just looks really bad, but that's fine. So basically, like, I've been emotionally vacant, I would say, is the word that I've been using. And so basically, for the first 2 weeks of June, I have essentially done nothing but play Persona 5 Royal. And I beat it a couple days ago. I put 150 hours into that game. And it was great, and I love it. I love the new characters. I love the new palace. I love Akechi so much. Kasumi is so cute. I think she's beat out Makoto for my best girl. I do love Makoto so much, but Kasumi is like so precious. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's basically all I've been doing is just playing Persona 5 Royal. And so, looking at all these beautiful cake designs, I was re-inspired to start decorating again. And so I was very happy to make this cake. I also wrote darling on the top because I thought that the cake looked quite darling and delicate. And so I thought that would be a suitable thing to write on the top. I do have to say I'm very proud of my handwriting on cakes. I feel like my good, normal human handwriting translates well to when I decorate cakes, which feels very good, which I like. Yeah, it's pretty much like, I feel like this is one of the first, I've only just started like making things again, I would say in the last like week, couple days. Making stuff has felt like impossible and strange, and it's such a weird, terrible, strange time that we're living in, and like I just need you to know that like however you're feeling, it's fine, and like your worth is not based on your productivity, and like if you just need to spend a couple weeks sitting on your couch playing video games and you are able to do so, take that opportunity. Yeah, I did these little non-Perrier little sprinkles, because I was tempted to add like rainbow ones, and then I was like, no, that's gonna mess with the vibe of the cake that I've made. But look how cute it is. It's a little 6-inch cake. It does look quite darling, and I'm so proud of it. Oh my gosh. I think the blue is also really pretty. It feels like a very Cinderella cake. But I'm so happy with it. Oh, it turned out so good. I turned it so that I could hide my terrible frosting job. So yeah, I've just been trying to get back into the swing of things. And I wanted to take this little interim moment to say thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that you can use to build the website, shop, portfolio, etc. of your dreams. I use Squarespace to host my online store. I've been using them for almost 3 years now, or almost 2 years now, and I love them dearly. They have loads of beautiful templates that you can choose from that you can customize to your liking, and you don't need to know anything about code to do so. They have loads of powerful e-commerce tools that make running your online shop really easy, and they have 24/7 customer support, and so they're always there to help you if you need it. If you have a website idea that you've been wanting to actualize, you can go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and then when you are ready to launch your beautiful website, you can go to squarespace.com/CheyenneBarton for 10% off your first purchase, or you can just use the code CheyenneBarton at checkout. So thank you, Squarespace. Hi, baby. Love you. So the other day I packed some orders. Actually, I've gotten a few emails from customers, international customers, saying that their packages have been lost in the mail, in transit, which happens more often than I would like it to, but unfortunately it's something that's totally out of my control. But I'm essentially just repacking those orders to resend them out to the customers. And it was actually very nice to pack orders for a moment, and I was like, yes, this is a rhythm and a routine. So I just want to leave you with some, lovely ambient sounds of me packing orders. And I hope that you like it. I love you so much. Sophie? No, ma'am. No. No, stop. Don't eat that. Oh, a kissy.
Oh, yes.
I love you.
I love you.
Marie?
Kenny Beats, do you know what his logo is?
Huh?
Kenny Beats. Do you know what he says all the time? He has it like printed on shirts and also in LED lights on his wall.
No, what does he say?
DOTS. Dots. Don't overthink shit.
That is some sage fucking advice,
That
Kenny Beats.
That is the way, Kenny Beats.
You know what's up?
He does.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Hey.
I love you.
I love you.
You what me?
I love you.
Ooh! Goodness gracious, how thrilling! Oh, I have to stamp all these goddamn bags. Ugh! So many things to do.
Working lady.
I know.
Ain't that right, so?
I gotta put food in your bowl, Goph. Nope. Come as you are. What's up?
Try to go on a walk.
Usually a good idea. Our little walk around Cap Hill was really good for me. Oh,
Is that us?
might be.
We'll check.
Thank you.
I'm so happy with how this shit's turning out.
Woo! Oh, it's editing Cheyenne again because Cheyenne didn't record any end footage for this video at all. I thought that I had like something, like some kind of like sort of cohesive closing shot. No, it just ends with me packing orders, and I wanted to bid you a proper adieu. So again, thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Y'all are rad. I also want to say a huge thank you to my patrons for being ever so lovely and so generous and so patient and just being so wonderful. Thank you so much, patrons. I love you so much. I don't know what I'd do without you. I also want to say a huge thank you to you for watching this video. Thank you for being here. Thanks for spending this little pocket of time with me. I hope that I could keep you company for a spell. And yeah, I'm gonna go make myself a new cup of tea because I've heated this one up like 5 times and it's cold again. I think that I just need to make a fresh cuppa, if you will. So I'm gonna go do that. And I love you so much. And I will talk to you soon. Stay brilliant. Bye.